Hello guys and welcome to a new Wargame video today by me Vulcan. Today I'm going to be joined by Patton from Viteska Brigada, and in this game today you're going to be seeing Viteska Brigada against B5P. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and we're going to begin by introducing the teams. On the red side we have Viteska Brigada with Firestarter, Patton and Fuzel, and on the blue side we have B5B with Namarauta, Pizvoltu and Tierra. And well, what do you think about this map, Pan? Because everyone's heard me talk about this map about a couple of times today, so what do you think about it?
This map is pretty fun. It's mostly a two-player push on the two-pointer because it's pretty much the most important sector on the map. Then like Echo and Lima are pretty stationary most of the time. Like you'll see pushes, coordinated pushes from two players in the forest sector of Lima, because Echo's a lot easier to defend than Lima is. So that's pretty much middle, and the top sector is pretty much even. It's sometimes like there's nothing there, and it's just like a couple points thrown there and the two-player push on the two-pointer. But sometimes some teams change it up and do a full-on in hotel, so they make sure they secure it early on, so they don't have to fight for it later to get the 1-point control.
Right. What do you think about like holding the lower ground on this map? Because I've seen, like I saw in the previous games, we had Steel Your Balaika have full control of pretty much like Mike, Lima, and Echo, and then they have Hotel as well, and that kind of cancels out the need to hold on to like India. And then if you manage to get your hands on Delta at the same time, then you're going to have like complete map dominance in terms of conquest points. Like the only thing you risk is being overrun from the high ground.
Yeah, if you're on red side right now, like there shouldn't be any reason for you to lose Echo. It's so easy to hold, and if you lose it, you're kind of in a bad spot because Delta is so open and it's like there's no place to hide your CV. So if you're fighting for Echo, you're doing it wrong, to be honest. If you're on red side at least. On blue side, like you kind of have to push into Echo because Lima is so easily pushed out. Like Buratino, Smirches, B5s, all that stuff pushes anything out of Lima. So you have to be proactive in that situation to be able to counterattack when they push into Lima, because most likely it's going to happen because it's so easy to push.
All right, cool. So let's have a quick look at the unit compositions. On the blue side, we have some MIA MTVs. It looks like they are going to go for the two-player push into India with the likes of a quick heli push with the MIA MTVs and the MI8s with probably just some cheap infantry, maybe some more expensive stuff in there as well. Then they've got the BTR Skrezets there, the BRDM1s for recon, TATUM for some heavy tank support early on. I know you like that.
Yeah, for sure.
The OSA AKs, we've got SU-122s. And on the top side, it looks like they're going to be putting a little task force into the top side of the map at Hotel at the start with the BTR-90. I guess it's easier from the blue side to maybe put some HGMs into the buildings at Hotel, but a quick skirmish at the start with the MiG-25 PD taking on the Su-27 PU. Su-27 PU actually got stunned. I was pretty lucky for the MiG.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was my PU, and I did. It was so like RNG that I got stunned and got to 1 HP. But yeah, they smirch at the start, which is kind of normal. Like all the Russian teams do the same thing. But the one thing that really caught us off guard from our side is just this huge helo push. Like it didn't make sense to us because, and if you watch some of our replays, we never ever like helo dropped anywhere. So this 4 MI-24V start, it was just absurd to us. Like it didn't make any. That's 400 points worth of helos just in like AA helos, and it just didn't make any sense. So I think that's kind of an issue. Like if they would have brought like 2 attack helos instead of the Vs, because I think they're kind of overdoing it with 4 and a K-52.
4 Mi-24Vs, and we got the Ka-52 there as well. I think they could have afforded to push the Mi-8s a bit further forwards with those Gonostrelki, because you took a little while to get there. I don't know if that was just because...
Oh, the Smirch start
slowed you down.
Yeah.
So surely they could have like taken that advantage to move a bit farther forward, because then they would have been able to actually snipe a lot of these APCs with the Gonostrelki rather
Yeah.
get a lot closer.
Yeah, for sure. They dropped in, like, the drop was, if it would have been VDV, it would have made more sense, but Gonostrelki's, just as soon as they shoot the rocket, they get revealed, and like as you can see, they're just dying.
Yeah, they die very quickly to the fire support from the T-80Us and obviously the BTRs and so on. The helicopters are going down very quickly at the moment to the HQ-7s, but the HQ-7s actually ran out of ammo there, so that's going to be a big problem for the APCs pushing forwards. The tanks not in so much of a bad place, you know, engaging the T-72 BU from max range. Liege 1 on the bottom side of Bravo, though, being attacked by the BRDM-1s. Would like to see those BRDM-1s spread out a bit more. Seems a bit of a waste to have all that recon in the same place. On the top side, Fusel's actually got quite a good position on Hotel. I thought that we were going to see a bit more contention there from Tierra, but it doesn't look like he's really pushed much into the sector yet.
Yeah, they did a kind of all-any strategy on the two-pointer, so their money for middle and top sector is like really minimal. So that's why, like, you can see now that they're kind of reinforcing the middle because there's really nothing there.
Yeah, their early attack into Bravo has actually failed them quite hard.
Yeah,
there's a lot of points gone, and they just lost another plane there as well.
Yeah, their composition for the push, it didn't really make sense to me. They didn't have like any, like, if you're gonna rush with helos, I think you need to have like continuous support, like Buratinos, a lot of mortars or something, Smirches, more Smirches. But there's none of that. It was just like armor, and the armor push was kind of out in the open, so it was easy to take care of. In the helos, there wasn't anything, like they just left. They just were left to die pretty much.
Yeah, indeed. They managed to get like the Mi-24Vs back, or at least a couple of them.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be very effective anymore because you're not even making use of many helicopters at all. You've just got all this AA and the main battle tanks and so on. So yeah, like you said, it's a bit strange that they brought in that many, because at this point in the game they're not even useful. They're just floating points.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have the Mujstroki engaging in the bottom side of Bravo, trying to make a little push. They're overexposed though. You see they bring out the T-72BU to help fire upon those, but they're just Mujstroki now just walking straight into fire. Make quick work of those. Yeah, T-80U nearly got a shot onto the T-72BU with its HGM. Almost managed to.
Yeah.
MiG-27K. Did that just get the kill onto the... Yes, it did.
Yeah, it killed my T-90.
Yeah, the T-90 went down there. Another B-5 coming in as well. Seen a lot of the B-5s today.
Yeah, they're pretty popular with the new South Korean or North Korean and USSR decks going around.
So that took out Mujstroki squad and the HQ-7. The Smirch barrage managed to take out your CV, but not much else.
Yeah, I guess they're just going for a CV snipe instead of like the obvious stuff that was in the forest, which is fine, I guess.
Well, they are at an early lead with the +1 advantage. They're 110 points up now. If they'd had a CV in Lima earlier on, that might have made the lead a bit more scary, but at this point I guess you're pretty safe with it being just a +1 point lead. As soon as you get your command infantry back into that sector, then you'll be fine. They've got the Vasiliks up now. They're going to be taking care of your infantry pretty quickly. Yakion Day is running straight into that. Conker's squad out in the open. Probably going to get one shot, surely. Yep. It's a bit of a silly mistake, leaving the Conker squads out in the open like that. There's plenty of hedge lines on the bottom side of India that they can put Conkers in. They can fire through that hedge line, especially if there's infantry.
Yeah.
Recon there to do that, so yeah.
So a little bit of an insight of what we're talking about or what's going through our mind right now is, like, their initial push failed pretty hard, so we know they're weak around the map, like, everywhere. Fuso has control of the top 1-pointer, so we already got a CV for that. And then our next plan is just to push the middle because, like, we know the amount of money they spend on this 2-point push, there's no way they could have anything substantial in the middle 1-pointer. So we're just, or Fuso and Firestarter are coordinating together to make a push in the middle. And my job is just to make sure I don't get, messed up in the 2-pointer and just hold.
Right. So you're just waiting for this Buratino to be used, or like?
Yeah. I'm waiting for a push. I'm waiting for them to push into me with like infantry or VDV.
To use it defensively.
Yeah. Because I won't be. Me and Firestarter won't be pushing because we've already established that we're pushing the middle, and since I lost my T90, that sent me back really far. So I can't make a push anymore without my I bought another one, but losing the initial one really hurt. So that pretty much sealed the fate of us not pushing.
So now we got the smoke there, so it looks like they're going to be making a push shortly with those VDV-90, and they've got the T64 BM there as well. T80 UM. Is that going to kill off the T72 BU?
No.
Right. Managed to reverse that one in time. Waste a couple of those HDGMs. See, now if they hadn't wasted those the HGM squad or that HGM Conker's M squad early on, they probably could have placed it where the Spetsnaz VMF squad is, and that could have been taking pot shots at like all of the reinforcements coming in through that town.
Yeah, for sure.
They kind of dropped the ball when they lost that. The VDV now moving in through the smoke, straight into your Yakiondes.
Yeah, I think you should not watch this Buratino. I don't know what happened, after this Buratino little hit, but I end up like really messing up with this Buratino and like killing Firestarter's Yakiondes squads, and I have no reason how, but I guess I misclicked or something, so I end up like hurting us kind of bad.
Right, so is that, yeah, so Yakionde and yourself, or then Yakionde, Firestarter and yourself are basically holding on Bravo as best you can, because they are, it looks like they're doing like a 2-player push into you.
Yeah.
The Vasilex actually probably took out the Yakiondes before the Buratino did, to be fair. But
it's still a terrible sight.
That T72 BU's not taking, or not having a nice time with all those HGMs coming in from the BMP3s.
Yeah, I have to pull him back. He's not doing too well with optic failure.
He managed to readjust the Buratino.
Yeah.
Managed to get it on target onto the VDVs, which is nice. Vasilex still being used though. Why did your team not make so much use of the Vasilex? Did you even have them?
Oh, we don't. No, we don't even use mortars. We don't think they. We don't think they're useful. Well, I don't think they're useful. Especially in some of the USSR decks, it's hard to feed them in with the Buratino change. So it's like no point really. Like we can use Buratinos for smoke, and we can use Smirches for smoke. I mean, Eurograins, like our decks are pretty like.
You're more based on the heavy artillery.
Yeah. We don't really care about mortars too much. I mean, they're not effective besides smoke, we feel, and they don't do a lot of damage because of the mortar changes. So
you lost an SU-27K there. Another one goes down as well.
Yeah.
That one managed to take a Tunguska with it. So.
Yeah.
Kind of throwing away those SU-27Ks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of radar AA.
Yeah, I heard about it from my team throwing away that one.
command infantry managing to survive the napalm strike, though.
Yeah, that's pretty big for us. Not losing that command.
Yeah, saving you 100 points there. It's pretty good.
But we finally got our tick going from hotel, so now we're +2 because they have the cap, or +1 now. Excuse me.
Yeah, you got a nice defensive line up here. Fizzle's done a good job with those BMP3s because they have those HGMs for like the longer range, aggressive like tanks and so on. And then they also have like the HE cannon for dealing with the infantry, so that's really nice. But you've got that push going into Lima now.
Yep.
The MiG-27 coming in did manage to get the second hit onto the T-80 there. That's massive.
Yeah, like we knew they were pushing us hard in the 2-pointer, so we need to apply pressure somewhere else to get the pressure off the 2-pointer. So Firestarter or Fusel makes a call to push, so him and Fire push, and obviously there's nothing there.
Right, yeah. And also large bombing strike came in there as well.
Yeah,
D5,
yeah.
which we actually missed. Oh, I'd missed anyway. Then we got the VDV's actually still pushing hard in Bravo at the moment. So you've got some BTR 88s coming up with some reinforcing infantry. You've also got another command infantry squad there. Was that a bit of a miscommunication?
Yeah. No. Always extra commands on the 2-pointer. Especially with the amount of pressure they're putting on us. Like it's always important too. If you have the cast, just an extra CV.
Right. You got a Fabio coming in there. Took out one of the radar and got shot down.
Yeah, rest in peace.
There's just so much radar AA there right now. It almost seems pointless to bring in.
Yeah.
The B5 again, that's a suicide run, but it managed to get the 3,000 kilogram bomb off, which is going to relieve you guys of a bit of pressure. Landed behind the T-64, which nearly killed it, but why didn't you target the VDV for that? Like, that seems a bit weird.
Oh, I think it was Fires, not me, but I have no clue. I don't know. We're in the heat of the moment, so just like I mean, I don't think it matters too much, but it would have helped.
You've got the Liege 190 there to help clean up.
Yeah.
They're having a field day with their aircraft. You've only got one anti-air unit there at the moment. It's just the Tunguska, which actually did manage to take down their MiG-27s. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that Tunguska was a hero, like all game long. It lived, I think.
Really, really strong unit at the moment. It is being mortared to hell though. They've managed to just get out of that. The two Majorstrovsky squads now taking on the VDV. With the T-64 BM there though, that fire support is helping them out a lot.
Yeah, that gives us a little bit of a bubble for a little while until we're able to kill it. But yeah, they're pushing in. I mean, they honestly what they need is like another Bertino or like a good B5 or something to really mess us up. But there was nothing like that, thank God. So
yeah, the Bertino for them is probably back at base at the moment. Yeah, resupplying. Obviously, it takes quite a while to travel backwards and forwards, so you're not going to be using it every 5 seconds. And the B5s have probably shot them down by now. If they put them in a bad spot, but planes going down left, right and center, like, my god.
Yeah, rip.
Vasilex being used to take on the Majorstrovsky there. See, this is what I mean, like, this is why I really like the Vasilex. I think they're really, really strong, just because they provide those, like, salvos of mortar fire, rather than, like, you know, like how normal mortars just fire, like, you know, quite slowly in comparison to the Vasilex.
Yeah.
The Vasilex are really good because they just sort of fire, they like create that immediate suppression. Oh my god, there goes another.
Yeah, that tongue is elite. That tongue is amazing. All game long, that he exceeds my expectations.
We've got the VDV 90s there cleaning up the other VDVs as they come into the line of sight. So that's pretty good. You've got pretty strong defensive position there in the town, as long as those VDV remain alive. Especially with the long range on the rockets of both of those squads. You've got the 700 meter range on the Hyondays, and you've got the 875 meter range on the VDVs, so they can pretty much attack anything that pops out that tree line. got the Smirch Barrage coming in now on top of on top of Firestarter's ZTQ.
Oh, this the helo dropper. They spent some points on some helos, and they put them in a really bad spot, and I ended up just being able to shoot them all down with my Teutons.
Yeah, you can see the two Tunguska M's there taking down the MI8s and the infantry squads in them.
Yeah, I think those were Yuk Jungday 90s.
The command infantry squad finally being taken out on the bottom side of Bravo, but you've still got that one in the top side, which is the reason why you have two of them. Managed to take out a T-90 with their MiG-27, so I would say that's a fair trade. Q5D though.
Yeah, we lost 2 planes for that, which kind of like I guess a missed micro, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter too much.
Finally managed to get a CV into Lima after securing that, which is nice. You just, by pushing them out of Lima, you've actually kind of created like a really annoying presence in the middle of the map.
Yeah, it's all about just relieving pressure for the 2-pointer, and as you can see, they spent some money towards the middle, which isn't money spent towards the 2-pointer, so we're happy.
So now they're spending money on these T-64Bs, you've got the T-80s there, and you're currently at a +3 lead, so they need to really do something about this, and they're kind of being forced to. But that, like you say, if they're investing points into Lima, then they've got to do the same for Bravo as well afterwards, in order to regain the lead at this point. So, you know, they're going to be pushing into Lima, they're going to be losing a lot of points, and then they're probably not going to have enough troops left in order to attack into Bravo as well, or even straight into Echo. Like, obviously you've got the town there to help defend. Would be good if those Conquer squads could get resupplied in Echo. They are very low on ammo at the moment.
I wanna.
Yeah, Fusel just dropping the ball a bit there, especially with all these tanks coming.
Yeah. I want to shout out this ZTQ that Firestarter has. In between Echo and Lima, it survives the entire game, and it kills so much shit. Like, they have no recon to spot it, so it's just sitting there like taking pop shots at every tank that comes into Lima.
Yeah, the Su-27PU getting another kill. Unfortunately getting shot down by the Tunguska.
Yeah, oh man. That's a bit of a miss micro.
At least that Buratino though wasn't used to attack Bravo, eh?
Yeah.
You know, they're redirecting all of their units towards Lima by the looks of things.
Yep. And
top of India, you've got all those OSAs and the Tunguska and the T-72BU and the T-80U just moving up towards Lima, which is leaving them really exposed in India.
Yep.
They need to do something desperate. Like, they are, you know, you are 80% point lead at the moment.
They realize that the 2-point, they're never going to push us out of the 2-pointer, so they, I guess, make a call to go to the 1-pointer, which we kind of saw some of the stuff move away, so we start our push with the... I didn't know if there was still stuff left, so we go ahead and Buratino and then start moving in. Or I guess.
So this TQ is actually like, he's got 7 rounds left.
Yeah.
So it's literally been firing the whole game.
Oh, so they transition to the top of Bravo and they like try to push through there, which I guess is a cool idea, but again, they're out in the open, so...
Yeah, and also it's really too late to do anything. Like,
yeah.
Brought in those 2 planes, one of them got shot down.
Rip.
They did manage to get the Tunguska for that though.
It was a Buratino.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they killed my Buratino.
The Buratino then. I managed to get something for it anyway. Which is pretty decent, but they just haven't had enough of an impact from Lima to Echo to make a difference in this game so far, because you're still at a +2 lead because they haven't like captured Lima after pushing you out of it. If they'd like stopped the bleeding a bit, they might have had a better chance. Like, as soon as they push you out, they bring in a CV to capture it, and that would relieve a lot of pressure from them, and then they can continue pushing from there. But yeah, the Yucky Unday is not really standing a chance against that BMPT in the SU-122. Well, actually, never mind. The Yucky Unday is turning that around just before they get died, getting that shot off with their heat rocket. But this is pretty much GG, isn't it? Because yeah, you're controlling all the sectors you need to, and they're not controlling Lima, which is a big issue for them right now.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but that TDUK that just came into Lima actually died to the ZTQ. So yeah, that ZTQ did work all game long, and he's fully elite and has like no rounds left.
Yep, 6 rounds left for the ZTQ. I must have side-shotted the T80 then.
He was on like really low HP because it just got hit with a T90 and a T80.
That's pretty awesome anyway. And they're just like using those Vasilex to attack into Hotel, and that's pretty much pointless at this point in the game. It's good that you secured that very early on because it really enhanced your point lead in this game. Yeah, just really good job by Fussel for holding on to that.
Yeah, our plan worked out pretty well, and we won the game for it, so...
Yeah, the Spetsnaz trying to push through the open now. Going to get picked off by the infantry. And the BTR-90, the BMP-3 trying to deal with the T-72 at max range, but not going to get too far, but it doesn't matter because it's the end of the game. And that is GG. And the kill death is actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. You know, 4,894 kills to 5,330 or to 5,370 losses for B5P, and obviously the opposite for you guys. Yeah, you lost quite a lot of points.
Yeah, I didn't do too well. It doesn't matter though. We won the game. I guess it's a competition between everyone on the team, whoever gets the highest KD. So we bicker around about that a lot. But yeah, we won the game. That's all that's all that matters. So 13-0's the dream.
Yeah, indeed. Really good job there. Like it didn't really matter at the end of the day that you lost those tanks as long as the pressure like was still there with your other units. So yeah, really nice game. Thanks for helping me.
Yeah, no problem.
And that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.